All right, it's 3:30 in the morning on I guess Tuesday morning. Um, I didn't go to Cold Blue again tonight because I don't know what happened on Sunday. Got me with the stuff, and I kind of like washes the guy because I left and I wanted to come back in because my hands were freezing. It was the only place around there that was close enough, and the guy didn't let me back in. He let me just sit by the door, kind of thing. So I understand, but I was trying to go back to make sure that my tent was still there, and he just didn't care. There's a guy from Trinity Church, and there were two guys, and they said, no, there's the rules. If you leave, you can't come back. I said, yeah, but you can break the rules like once, man. My hands are freezing right now. I'm thinking that, so nothing. So I had to leave. I ended up leaving. So now I haven't felt comfortable going back to Cold Blue since then. So Trinity Church, and that's the only place around here. Other than that, is Red Bank, and Red Bank is way too far from me. So then today, now I go to quickchek, right? I said, okay, quickchek. They used to be open all night, and they let you sit there. And I bought a coffee, and I sat there because I don't have money for coffee. So I got a coffee, and I sat in there. I was going to go sit inside, with right there. This is the one by the Azure Circle. Sit right there, that area right there. That's where I just sit, just get away from the cold and just kind of warm up a little bit. And the guy said to me, no, you can't sit there, man. I said, why, man? Oh, it's closed until 6 a.m. It's like, where's there a sign? He goes, yo, that's the way it is. I was like, oh, the manager, I don't know the guy, or whatever, that guy. I don't know the guy there. But it's the first time they ever told me I couldn't sit there. And I've been there at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning. And the first time I've ever been here, they told me that I couldn't sit there. So now I'm outside. Quick check. See? Trying to warm up. I got some hand warmers. Trying to figure out what to do at this point. My storage unit don't open up again until 6 o'clock in the morning. Then I'm going to go there. But until then, an hour and a half to figure out, what to do. I mean, I'm going to stay here, and as my hands get cold, I'm just going to go in there and warm them up and then come back out here, I guess. That's all I can really do. But it just irks me that it's cold, right? It's really, really cold out here, right? You got a place in there with seats that nobody's sitting in, right? I just bought a coffee from you, and I can't go there and sit there? Really? See, Wawa's doesn't have a place inside for you to sit, right? They never has. So there's no even, once you put the coffee, you can stand a little bit, but, if you're comfortable, you can go. But quickchek always had those places to sit. And if I was in another quickchek, I think it was the one on 36 and 33 meat, 36 and 35 meat. If I was at that one, I could sit there all night. They don't really care. I've done that. I mean, unless it's a company-wide policy now that nobody can sit there, or it's just for this one, because I guess they were getting too many people from the homeless that wanted to sit in there. I mean, what the fuck, guys? What the fuck, man? I even bought a coffee there, man. That's all I can afford. If I bought a sandwich, would you let me sit there or no? I had to come out here and sit there. I mean, this is ridiculous, man. This is what people do to each other. This is what human beings do to each other. Do you understand? People are freezing out here. You got a place inside that's warm, and you said you can't. No, sorry, that's closed. What do you mean it's closed, man? There's table. There's seats there. There's fucking. Why would it be closed? This is what really disappoints me about the civilization. People don't really give a shit about each other. They act like they give a shit about each other, but when it comes down to it, when there's money involved, they literally don't give a shit if somebody's out here freezing to death. They'll have me out here freezing to death, like the guy from Trinity Church. Dude, aren't you supposed to be helping people? Yeah, but if you leave, it's like you left with that girl. It's like we were walking out the door together. I didn't leave with no girl. I was going back to my tent. He didn't want to even hear my story. He just said, no, you can't come back in. You can't come back in. But, because I don't understand. If you do it for me, you can do it for everybody else. But this is an exception. If everybody else comes in here with frostbitten hands, because I didn't have gloves that night, and I didn't have these hand warmers, he said, at least help me a little bit. But if somebody's coming into your place, even if you've been there before, I'm saying, yo, You're gonna watch me go I'll call ambulance for you go to the hospital, and so I sit in the emergency room, waiting area for fucking all night, and then for them to just get me out. I'm tired of this place, man. I'm tired of civilization. I'm tired of what people do to each other in civilization. I'm tired of the profit that you make on people. I'm tired, man. I'm tired of looking around and seeing this shit and knowing full well that this is not sustainable. What you do to each other, if you, again, I want to put the body in there, right? If the body was the foot was feeling off, it's like, let the foot alone. No, the foot can come in. No, you can't come in. You gotta stay out. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? There's another human being here, yo. I don't give a shit. If I worked in there and somebody came in and said, I'm gonna call, yeah, sit down, don't worry about it. You're gonna lose your job because of that? And if you lose your job, then the corporation isn't worth working for. You understand? This civilization sucks. It's the worst thing you can possibly imagine. Or with all your little gadgets and all your little toys, you think you're so high and mighty. But I guarantee you, the universe doesn't need anything. No one else in the universe doesn't need your little gadgets. You know why? Because we don't need them. Because our bodies are much more advanced than your little gadgets, and our bodies are created by what? The same being that creates everything else. And if he wanted to have us to have little gadgets, if we had little gadgets, we would have just been born with them. Yeah, good night now. Stay warm, man, because I'm not.